Hi everybody, this is Steven with SKBlades here with our 830 Marksman. Just going to go over a couple of adjustments for you guys if the blade happens to get a little loose or if it's too tight out of the box. Also, we're going to talk about the detent. What that is how well the blade stays within the scales here. So you can see it's got a kind of a locking click in where it keeps the blade within the scales. So we'll talk about how to adjust that if you want a little bit tighter. What we got here in our kit is you'll get a larger Allen wrench and a smaller Allen wrench. You'll see that the larger Allen will fit right here on the top of the lock strap. It'll take out these two screws. That's vital for adjusting this. Without that being loose, you won't be able to adjust anything else. And the smaller Allen will go back here, and this is where the adjustment goes for the tightening of the lock strap or loosening of the lock strap, depending on what's going on with your blade. So if you have a loose blade play, I mean, you open the knife and it's kind of rattling around, then you're going to want to tighten this lock strap, I mean pulling it back. So how to do that is loosen these top two, then insert back here, and if you're wanting it tighter, turn to the right, just like you'd expect. It'll pull a lock strap back and you'll have a tighter blade lock position. If you want to move it that direction or towards the blade, it'll loosen the blade up. If it's too tight, you'll notice either adjustment can be made very easily just there in the back. To the right, make it tight. To the left, loose, just like we've all learned growing up. Another thing to talk about is the detent. If you have a knife that feels like it's just coming open too easy and swinging open, that can be a hazard. It's not very often, but there's a fix for that, and I have it on my everyday carry. I have one already taken apart here. Be careful, by the way, there's blade exposed there. Take that back lock strap off, and what we're gonna do is give it a slight bend. So if this was sitting on the knife, this would be where the knife sits, just like this, and this is the top of the knife. There's this little relief here. What we're gonna do is bend this direction, pushing down on the ends and up in the middle, and ever so slightly, because how you'll test it is you'll put it on a flat surface, and if it just rocks a little bit, that's just enough. You don't need anything more than that. You can barely tell with your eye. So you'll want to stick that back on and get some Loctite, which I really recommend Loctite for putting those two screws back in. Once you put those back in, be sure that you're aligning your blade with the center of this lock strap. If you don't, it's gonna look funny and it's gonna operate funny. So we've gone over a couple things here. If you have loose blade play, be sure to loosen these top two and tighten it in the back to the right. If you have tight blade play, make sure that you loosen these two first and adjust in the back here with the small Allen to the left. If you have a detent that's too loose and you don't like it, make sure that you take this back strap off, put that slight bend in it, use Loctite when putting it back together, and you should be good to go. Those are our adjustment tips and ideas for the 830. If you have any questions, anything else you want to talk about, get a hold of us on our website, www.skblades.com. Be more than happy to help. Thanks for watching.